Our first battle of 2024 season, Aurimas Bakchis and Jeff Jones. Let's send it. Here we go. Aurimas Bakchis, field suspension, S15, goes and initiates. Here comes Jeff Jones into view. Jeff can be a little closer. Massive angle there from Aurimas Bakchis. He backs it in, taps that back bumper. Jeff's got really good proximity. You see that shimming there, though? That's going to reflect negatively on him as he goes into that last outside, inside clipping point. Little touch and go. And that big drift energy brings it on home. So Aurimas Bakchis leads. Once they extinguish, ready to go. That starts chicane, matching them up, so it's not a drag race to initiation. Across the nose of Aurimas Bakchis goes Jeff Jones. Slides it on in that first outside zone. Jeff, I told you, a lot more comfortable. A snappy transition. Aurimas Bakchis, how he was right there, right as he transitioned. That was some magician wizardry right there. He needs the Drift Wizard hat. Now, that last inside clip, all these cars, so here we go. Aurimas Bakchis will lead. Brandon Sorensen will give chase. That field suspension, GT radial, Enos Oil, S15. There he goes, flapping the hood, but slapping the wall, keeps it just barely nicking that. Really well done there by Aurimas Bakchis, but Brandon Sorensen, he's tucked in. We've seen a lot of smoke, and that's a good indication that, ideally, rain stay away. Everybody say a prayer here, and brings it around. Great lead run by Aurimas Bakchis, especially just, all right, Brandon Sorensen, United States Air Force, BMW, he's on those NK wheels. Here we go. Initiating into that first outside zone. Looks like Odie dives in. He gets really aggressive on that line, but he's trying to set himself up there. See that? You saw him just transition, and that got him right to where he needed to be. Brandon Sorensen really deep in that third outside zone. Out to the touch and go goes both the drivers, and look at Aurimas Bakchis. Wow. And that's what I'm talking about. That anticipation, that see how he handles it. You smell the rain. Wind, a little cold. And here we go. About to heat things up. See if we get some steam here. Manoa shimming his way into that first outside zone. Looks like Odie, like you said, that setup thing. He does tap the wall. This is pretty interesting here as Odie now comes into that third outside zone. Manoa, look at that, he drops in. Manoa crawls into that third outside zone and approaching that final inside clip. Some separation into the inside clip. Odie takes it out. Manoa wraps it around just barely. Let's see what we got. Nice. Like I said, Manoa no data as far as what we've seen from him in the rain. He comes out spicy. Yeah. He's getting froggy here. Let's see what Manoa's got. Mr. Exciting. He's excited after that interview with Lorette Nickel. I mean, he's got some pace. He's got some pace. Aurimas Bakchis looks like he gets thrown off a little bit, but look at that's what I'm talking about. He could even predict there on that transition. Manoa goes in that last outside zone. 14 years old. Into that last inside clip, Manoa, he takes it out, so seems to be a trend right there. Center punching that last inside clip, taking it home as a souvenir back to Japan. Now we are seeing Aurimas Bakchis lead James the Machine Dean. Odie coming out of that start chicane. Windshield wipers are on. Again, rain intermittent here and there. Now coming into that outside zone. Odie brings it out, taps the ball, he bounces off of it. James Dean, you see him pedal back a little bit. That allows Odie to pull away. Some corrections there from Aurimas Bakchis, taking a very shallow line, but you can see him just like crab walking that thing. Just baby steps, and James Dean, good proximity. Kind of a straight line approach, but had to do that going into that final inside clip.
Man, not a lot of notes on this one. Yeah. I mean, as they're driving in the rain more and more.
All right. I don't know. So here we go. Looks like James Dean out front. Transitioning. Who's going against Simon Olsen in the finals? Aurimas Bakchis or James Dean? James Dean out front. He knows how to drive in the rain. He kisses that back bumper. Oh, and Aurimas Bakchis counters. The wind whips up. Talking about the wind or the wind. James Dean into the outer zone. Aurimas Bakchis dragging bumper on the ground, not on the wall. Into that touch and go, and then into that final inside clip. And the rain really coming down now. A lot of things going on. It is what? The pressure cooker. we're going to have one sweet meal when this thing is all done. Here goes Aurimas Bakchis, who's currently 3rd in points, going against 2-time Prospect champion, making the jump to pro, Mr. Dmitry Brutsky, never settle. Coming up into that first outside zone, Aurimas Bakchis. But look at Brutsky, he's had a lot of track time. Goes into there, both of them. Whoa, Brutsky gets aggressive. Unfortunately, it bites back. Brutsky, the track bites back. I mean, Odie, look at this. I mean, this is looking like Torque Drift, the video game. Just the way he navigates that track. These S chassis, so familiar with them. Knows and here we go. Dmitry Brutsky out front. He's going to need to put down one heck of a run. If I'm Aurimas Bakchis, strategy-wise, you play it a little bit safe here. Not in active chase, but Brutsky never. Oh, boy, that's not how you get it done. Holy cow. Wow.
Something's okay. So
it's not right.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, Odie doesn't need to complete it.
Yeah.
This is essentially for him a bit of a let the dog eat. So Odie's going to get the victory here.
If you're sitting at home, we've talked about side bite a little bit. This is an indication of 0 side bites. So when Dmitry came through the keyhole, you saw him kind of loop the car around. And when we talk about side bites, literally what it
Brandon's been
sounds
driving
like.
a lot.
How
You know,
the
lives
car
out in
is
Vegas. He's been drifting a lot. You know, his sister Amanda, she's all over the place, extreme E, karting, off-road, doing a bunch of things. But, you know, Brandon's been really fixated on drifting there. Let's see a little spark fly up there as Aurimas Bakchis past that inside clip, now ripping up the hill. Aurimas Bakchis into that first outside zone. But look at this. We're seeing a great battle here from Aurimas Bakchis. Aurimas Bakchis, look at Brandon's composure. Looked like he was going to go into him as Odie maybe checked up, but Brandon Sorensen dialed. Oh, buddy. Talk about that composure, that contact. Chase, again, currently 3rd in points. Let's see what Brandon Sorensen, see, he's got some ground to make up. All right, Brandon Sorensen go to lead, coming down the hill into that first inner clip. Let's see how Aurimas Bakchis, there it is, Brandon Sorensen, good initiation from him, passing inside the massive angle there from Sorensen, now coming up the hill into outer zone 1. Sorensen ripping and gripping, coming into that second outside zone. Now into that second clip where we just saw that damage there. Brandon hammering down, can barely hear yourself think. And Sorensen, I said he had to make it up, and he heard me, man. Look at that. Past that inside clip, that final clip. But take into consideration that, let's just, was it an incomplete? Rome sharpens here. RCP will give Chase battered, bruised. That thing looks like the Chucky doll, but let's see what he's got. Speaking of Chucky, Osmo's already in it. Here we go, Aurimas Bakchis. That fuel suspension, S chassis. Car looks similar, but it's got the orange roof instead of the high-vis yellow. Aurimas Bakchis, look at this. He's on rails. This car looks like it's magnetic. Oh, buddy. Throws up that dirt cloud, little brown cloud. Look out. Outside of that keyhole. And look at Rome, just not shy at all.
Right. Yeah, you have to know that they're going to do their job correctly so you can do your job correctly.
Here we go, RCP, sorry to cut you off. RCP, Rome Sharpens here coming down the hill. Padoodle, whoa, there we go, losing parts here. But again, it was a fend. Oh, buddy, RCP goes rallycross, goes onto the grass, we'll see. We're going to have to run that back. Yeah. We are definitely going to have to run that back because Aurimas Bakchis finished out. He doesn't even need to finish it out. No. But I think it's smart because, oh my gosh! Holy cow. Make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
Get out, Odie. Get out. Get out. Get out, Odie.
With either a wall or a driver.
Get out.
So,
hit that.
Aurimas Bakchis will advance on. This is a bye run after, unfortunately, the evil Drift Wizard BMW is knocked out. Aurimas Bakchis, we talked about. This is for Paulette, his mother-in-law, who unfortunately just passed away just yesterday. So his wife was at her mom's side. Well, Aurimas Bakchis continues on through the course. He continues on into the top 16. So again, he continues on to the Royal Purple top 16 in this fuel suspension GT radial Ineos oil S15, just a smash. 32. So Aurimas Bakchis will lead. Dylan Hughes will give chase here in a Royal Purple top 16. Aurimas Bakchis into the bank. Good initiation by Aurimas Bakchis. Both them high on the bank. Look at Dylan Hughes surge. Odie drops down. Good fluid exit of the bank. Dylan Hughes. Man, Laurent Nickel talked about how do you do it. He says, I don't know, just guessing, but right now that's a good guess. Has to drop back quite a bit there. Past that second inside clip, Aurimas Bakchis maintains drift, comes out of it a little bit
Yeah.
Just a touch. BMW, we are in the Royal Purple top 16. And now coming through the start chicane. Dylan Hughes, let's see how he is out front. Gets up high on the bank. Good mimicking of the angle by Aurimas Bakchis. Coming back down into the power rally past that inside clip. Looks like Odi, he's buried in the smoke, but it doesn't faze him too much. Dylan Hughes in the crease. Good angle by Dylan. Exceeds it just a little bit, but now comes across. Good straightforward run from Dylan Hughes out front.
Yeah, I mean, the upside now for Odie is he's able to test, make sure that coupler sticks on, but should we lay back and listen as you say, sir?
Yep, lay back and listen. Aurimas Bakchis with the bye run. For, again, blue, you'll see green, yellow, and obviously red is D-cell. So Brandon Sorensen's lights aren't working, but we will not hold him back as Aurimas Bakchis initiates Brandon Sorensen. Now look at that, he's pushing Aurimas Bakchis around the track. Look at this killer crossover. It could bite you or it could favor you, and it favors Brandon Sorensen. Great execution, allows Aurimas Bakchis to cross over in front of him, and then drops back into the smoke pocket. Great job there by Brandon. Looks like we are good to go. Brandon Sorensen, Aurimas Bakchis. Who's going to the 4? Who's going against Connor Shanahan? Sorensen initiates. Aurimas Bakchis chasing him down. Sorensen, big angle from him. Now coming down the bank into the crossover. Aurimas Bakchis looks like he transitions. He drops into formation. Aurimas Bakchis possessed. Right there. Gives it right back to him. Banging door. And look at that. Something to prove. Aurimas Bakchis that are deserving of seeing them one more time. Here we go. Aurimas Bakchis, field suspension, S15, tip to tail, simultaneous initiation, big angle from Aurimas Bakchis. Look at Brandon did this last time. He like kind of just dropped in, brought it up. So a little bit later, but then he sticks it to the door. Brandon Sorensen center punch that second inside clip, diving in, great proximity, banging on his door once, twice, 3 times the lady. We're good. Yep. All right, here we go. The second half of this battle, and nobody was checking contact 4, maybe 5 times, but nobody asked or requested a courtesy card check. But they continue on here. Brandon Sorensen out front. Aurimas Bakchis. Oh, Aurimas Bakchis dives in the end. Wow, how he salvaged that, but it looks like he doesn't salvage it as he goes and loses that front bumper. Aurimas getting loosey-goosey here.
Yeah, another one. Wow.
And Federico Sharifo chasing him down. Fetty in short as comes into that first outside zone. The field suspension vehicle looking dialed. And the Fiorella, the Ferrari, the Penzo, next to tire shrouded vehicle coming. Needs to get a little tighter, needs to get involved with Aurimas Bakchis. And then on the transition comes up way short, but still hanging tough.
Yeah,
he's driven, with Team Orange back in the day, a Subaru, a Fiorella. He's building a Maserati drift car. Yeah, so I mean, he likes to challenge himself. He has a lot of fun. He gains a lot of attention, and he's got a smile on his face. So here we go. Fiorella, the vehicle, and Fetty, the driver. And look at that, Aurimas Bakchis. He has been one of the best chase drivers in the world. Just like you said, that quintessential drift car, the S chassis, switching over to the 15 looks, but absolutely dialed. Having engine issues, not, obviously just him, but Simon Olsen now having to retire. Going against Ryan Turk, and Ryan Turk earlier took out Kazuya Taguchi. Audi comes out swinging, no cones hit, no restart. We got a clean start here. Aurimas Bakchis comes in, Ryan Turk sets it in. Look at that approach. He delayed, but then it put him in the pocket, but then he has to back off. So here he is just squirming his way through that second outside zone. Aurimas Bakchis, look at those white wheels showcasing how minimal mistakes, if any at all. Now going that third and final outside zone. Ryan Turk goes in and then has to back out. So, maybe the temperature's dropping, the cars are gripping up, the tires are losing traction. And it's just all down there at the driver introduction. And now going to introduce Aurimas Bakchis to the side of his Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla. And there you go into that first outside zone. Aurimas Bakchis, he falls back, so kind of mimicking what Ryan did. But Ryan, look at that thing, that wheel just bouncing around. You can see him there. Aurimas Bakchis grinding the door. Now that final outside zone, let's see how they manage. Ryan Turk, that angle shows you low. And need that overhead on that outside zone 3.
They honestly did an amazing job.
And
I will argue this to my death. I think that we had one of the best cars all weekend, no doubt about it. And I owe that to the boys. They got me there, and all I had to do was keep my foot down. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Lorette. Thank you, Matt. And talking about studs, there's some up here in the booth. There's some down there on the track. All right, here we go. Audi Bakchis, that field suspension S15. Ken Gucci passed that inside clip, says we can. Oh, boy. Oh, one goes that way, one goes that way. Oh, little wonky there. Again, Gucci came up short. Audi went into the dirt line, and lights extinguished, and we are good to go. And no cones hit. Comes out in that 2J86, initiates. Something flew off the car right there in that first outside zone. Hits it and quits it, doesn't let it hang out. Now in that second outside zone, you can see, looks like he might be fighting the car a little bit. You can see the left foot brake. Audi Bakchis gets into the side of him. Now into that inside clip, into the final outside zone. And ran across the line. Yeah, not naming names, Cole Richards. All right, Adam LZ, Audi Bakchis.
It's Cole.
Here we go. Audi Bakchis will lead. Here we go. Coming out of that start chicane. Here comes Audi in the lead, and there it is again, taking that wide line approach, dropping in, good sweeping of the leg. Adam LZ, some corrections there in the chase position. Audi Bakchis, you can see he buries it into that second outside zone, that big 180-degree turn, past an inside clip. We talked about that dang inside clip, and Adam LZ fails to get into that last outside zone about halfway through. Drops it in. Definitely just get hands on the car. Like you said, some refinement. Here we go. Adam LZ, he's going to go like hell. Watch this. Adam LZ, big handbrake pull. You see that? And Audi Bakchis is not phased at all. Oh, buddy. Audi drops into the side of Adam LZ. And look at, he's grinding him. He's getting down. He's getting down. Adam LZ takes out that inside clip, a darn inside clip. But here goes Audi Bakchis. I mean, just absolutely marinated in smoke. And again, don't know what changed in order for him to be here, but regardless, right now, here he is in the final 4, going to Audi Bakchis. Audi Bakchis will lead Adam LZ in the chase position for this one more time battle. Audi, whoa, buddy, Adam LZ overhooks it, goes off-roading. Oh no, so there it is again. So Audi Bakchis needs to finish this run right here, and he will have a major advantage. Adam LZ shuts it go. I mean, it was already done. I mean, he should really save his tires. He would love to play Disruptor. Do a whole season, but he won here last year. He could do it. Adam LZ out front. The Drift HQ, breezy. BMW into that first outside zone. Audi Bakchis kind of dives in on the inside. You see him transitioning now. Adam LZ, he's very familiar with this. Adam LZ bunches him, pushes him, bullies him out of the way. And past that inside clip now into that last outside zone. Big angle, Adam LZ goes into the dirt. Chaos ensues. Okay, there is a lot going on here, a lot to unpack. Adam LZ mid to the final 4, but he got knocked out. Dylan Dozer Hughes got knocked out by James Dean. All right, James Machine Dean initiates that first outside zone. Feeling all of it. Audi Bakchis comes in. Want to see that overhead shot. Look at that, pulling that front left tire off the ground into that second outside zone. Audi Bakchis bobs and weaves like a boxer in a boxing match. Here we go past that front inside clip into that final outside zone. James Dean dives in. He got the win in Long Beach. Is he going to get it again here in New Jersey against Audi Bakchis? Final information, in-car footage, we got it all. Send it! Audi Bakchis, James the Machine Dean, who's coming out on top. James across the nose of that Ford Mustang RTR. Audi Bakchis, look at that, James Dean airs it out. Big, massive, sweeping entries in that first outside zone. Look at the telemetry there. You can see they're on throttle, going past and inside to the front clip. Let's see, they are eyes on the prize right now in that final outside zone. James Dean dives in on the inside. He then massages the back end of that Mustang. The field suspension S15 crosses the finish line. Really fast with the course. You know, Audi, he's right there in contention. This, you know, field suspension. Vortex supercharged. Wow, across the nose of Joao Barrion. Looks like Joao gets into the back end of the S chassis. Watch his transition here. Audi keeps on, but Joao Barrion, he knows who he's going against. And there we see that Corvette nose exposed. He gave him a nose job, even though he didn't want one. And now coming to that final outside zone. Here it goes. Joao Barrion almost Knowles gets with that wall, that Monster Energy Bavarius. Here we go. Lights will extinguish. And Joao, another Brazilian pilot. He's got the clean air in more ways than one because he opens it up without that front bumper on, gets into that first outside zone. And you talk about how aggressive Odie is. You talk about how good Connor Shanahan is chasing, but also Odie, just look at the degree of aggressiveness from Odie Bakchis, that field suspension S15. Good job from it in that last outside zone. Man, a lot of these guys are just pulling that out of their hats. So some great execution there from Joao Barrion, pulling that off.
This is huge implication.
Oh, here we go. So which one's up front? That's Odie. That's right. Odie Bakchis out front. Simon Olsen in the chase position. Again, you could be look like you're seeing double, but oh no! Simon Olsen gets way out of shape in that chase position. Odie Bakchis into that last outside zone. Here we go, and brings it on across. And just like that, that was a massive mistake by Simon Olsen in that chase position.
Yeah, that's definitely a too soon junior kind of situation
in
where
this Royal Purple top 16. Coming down into that first outside zone. Simon Olsen, Odie Bakchis in tow. Now he's going to just fill that outside zone, make it look really easy as Odie Bakchis. That third outside zone, you can see Simon, Odie, right there. Everywhere Simon's going, Odie right there, riding that course edge. Looked like he did dip that back right tire, but I think just going off of what we've seen in the past, that's just going to be one. But it does bear repeating if if you're just tuning in. So two tires off. It's Odie and Osbo, second and third in the championship. There we go as Odie initiates. Whoa, aggressive initiation, some gangster backwards entry in the chase by Frederick Osbo into that second outside zone. Now into that third outside zone goes Odie Bakchis. Look at that, he's turning on the sauce. Into that last outside zone. Look at that, pulling away from Frederick Osbo in that Rockstar Supra.
that was sick.
That was absolutely sick in that chase position. That looked aggressive. Again, we really big up Odie Bakchis and his chasing prowess. And Freddie throwing something that we don't really see a lot from him. But that was more of a smoother transition, wasn't as aggressive, that rate to angle. Now to that second outside zone. Here goes Frederick. Oh, look at that. We got wheel-to-wheel contact, kids. St. Louis, we don't have a problem. Keep it moving. All right, into that third outside zone. Now transition that final outside zone. Here comes Odie Bakchis. He surges forward. Oh, he comes out of angle a little bit there. Want to see that overhead. We saw the FPV drone angle, but the truth he doesn't feel sorry for D-Match. He's like, dude, I'm going to get this. James is already in 16. Here we go. Odie Bakchis, Derek Madison. Odie Bakchis, that field suspension, S15. Boom. Look at, there's that left foot brake. Look at that right front wheel was just locked, lifted, and loaded. D-Math getting lost in the smoke, buried in the smoke. The GT Radial into that inside clip. Takes that shallow line, but I'll tell you what, Odie Bakchis, this is showing you how big of a veteran and a real championship contender Odie Bakchis is. Make some noise for him. Odie Bakchis and Derek Madison. He said if he knew it was an exhaust, he wouldn't have called it. We were getting updates here, via pits and people. So, but I'll tell you what, he does have an advantage here. If you can recall, Derek Madison in chase position was back there quite a bit, but now Odie Bakchis feeling confident. Look at Derek Madison. Now he is on one. Coming out into a quick little correction there. Just massaging the car in the outside zone 2. The car was really gripped up yesterday, and it looks like it not as gripped up, but still hitting the outside zone. Now into outside zone 4. And I think, a good effort there by Derek Madison, but unfortunately he did have the lack of the show. Odie Bakchis, give it chase. And here comes Brandon with the BMW initiating it across the nose. Odie with that straight line approach. Brandon Sorensen, oh, he's shaking it up. Look at that, bang, bang. He is just backing that thing up into the wall. He just absolutely just formed that thing into a different mold. Big angle there. He is bringing it right now. Sorensen, Odie right there. Jacob's got a smile on his face right now. Just watch it. Odie comes up shallow on that last outside zone. Odie Bakchis out front.
So
Brandon Sorensen in the chase position. Anticipated, look at that. And again, a lot more settled. So this is refined Odie, right? You know, it seemed that, you know, little slow. Looks like obviously one tire goes off. 3 is incomplete. That throws Brandon Sorensen off of that outside zone 3. Now approaching that last and final outside zone, tighten it up. And Brandon right there, the crowd erupts. They're loving it. Smiles on faces. Overall, he's just surrounding himself with
almost like
a lot of driving, a lot of drifting. So watch this. I think the young buck is gonna definitely throw down. But Odie Bakchis, as you said, arguably one of the best chasers. Looks like he's banging on his door a little bit, grinding it in. Now coming down into the power alley. Let's see they handle us. Now remember, Odie did exceed that line in outside zone 2 in the lead position. So he definitely needs to rise to the occasion. And that final outside zone just ripping through.
Absolute force to be reckoned with.
Wow. Yeah, and it's just been little things with his vehicle or just a little mental lapse, just that's really kind of hurt Ryan Turk this year. Here we go, Odie Bakchis. But look at Ryan Turk with that new engine being debuted this year. Again, he's running that 6-cylinder, same one that's in Frederick Osbo's car. Contact is made, going to the second outside zone. It's like Turk almost pushing Odie Bakchis around into this inside clip. Look at the aggressiveness of both these guys. Just claws her out. There is blood in the water. In that hot hatchback we were doting on. Odie Bakchis taking off his front bumper. And here goes Turk. Let's see what he's got. The Rain-X Toyota GR Corolla into that big bank. Man, that thing is flying right now. Pulling away from Odie. Odie is just squirming in that chase position. Currently sitting second in points, and Ryan Turk, again, he is going for it. Odie Bakchis struggles and now almost gets up to him on that last outside zone. Smoke filling Seattle, and Ryan Turk, an absolute OG. And again, Jeff Jones, Odie Bakchis, Ryan Turk. This is a one more time battle. Quickly, Odie Bakchis swings that thing around, swing that thing into that first outside zone. Odie Bakchis, that field suspension SMD. Look at how Ryan Turk is tracking, getting to the side of Odie Bakchis. Ryan Turk gets into the side of Odie. He pushes him out of the way. This is what we saw in that first battle. Too aggressive Turk. Turk just drops the hammer on him. Got to take a look at this again. Was Odie Bakchis slowing? You know, that's another thing we need to look at. If it's happened not once but twice, we need to see what's cracking here. Turk is at a bit of a deficit here, given the scenario, so he really needs to step up. And Turk is hoping that Odie makes a mistake, but Odie, you know, he's got to take a tempered approach here. I think that's the wise move for Odie Bakchis. Currently second in points. Look at that. He comes out of drift. So look, he compromised a little bit of angle to get that proximity, get there. Oh, he takes a dive to the inside. Odie Bakchis, 3 wheels off. That's an incomplete from Odie Bakchis. An easy fast pass into the final 4. That's a major mistake.
They're back at the line, so yeah.
Here we go, Odie Bakchis, Ryan Turk. Who's gonna come out on top? Who's going against Jones? Who's going to the final 4? That field suspension SOT initiating into the bank. And look at that, again, that front right just posted up. The no-wheel peel into that. There, look at Turk saying, okay, fine, I'll back off. Go to that second outside zone, through the power alley, into outside zone 3. Oh, there we go. Now applying the pressure past that inside clip in that final outside zone. You see Turk get to the side of him. Just no contact, clean, sterile, good. Gave enough room. Odie on that bank.
Yep.
And on that previous battle, Odie was kind of struggling to hang with Ryan Turk. Again, this hot hatchback, this thing is a weapon. Into that first outside zone, look at initiating. There goes Turk. A little bit of wavering there. Look at the banners just flapping as these hot rods just blast past. Going to this power. Oh, buddy. Going to that second outside zone, the power rally. Here goes Odie Bakchis. Gets to the side of Ryan Turk. Into that inside clip. Odie Bakchis bathing in the smoke. Comes out of it. Ryan Turk puts it right in the outside zone.
Odie Bakchis, I definitely want to see some overhead, see that shot, especially on that last outside zone 4.
Is very telling of the championship. This has championship implications. Odie Bakchis, this is a must-win for the championship to stay alive. If he gets knocked out, James Dean will be your 20, and Diego Higa, just like that, goes off in that first outside zone. Diego Higa, the talented Brazilian driver. Odie Bakchis does need to complete the run, as Diego Higa does have it incomplete in that chase position. Still, Odie Bakchis needs to complete this portion of his battle, and he's right on it. Textbook run there from Odie Bakchis. Looks like Higa might even give him a little, you can see that side skirt being strewn off.
So that moves more over to the right side of the bracket as both drivers now coming out of the line.
All right, Diego Higa, a little slow crawl there. That Diego Higa JDM Supreme 86 FRS. And here we go. Oh, Higa bows out. That's a wrap. He fists it. So there it is. That's just right there. Diego Higa says shuts it down. That's going to be an automatic advancement for Odie Bakchis. All right. As far as we are the storytellers.
All right, on to the next one.
Yeah, we are the storytellers. Guess what? We got to wait a couple hours before we find out.
Continue
we'll
on
say their
and
names.
do better than James Dean. Here we go. Odie Bakchis, the field suspension S15, going against Connor Shanahan in that Red Bull BMW. Odie Bakchis comes in that first outside zone. He is right there on that razor's edge. Connor Shanahan, the Shadow, living up to his new nickname, as he is a Formula Drift rookie, but a rookie by no means. He's a champion across the pond, and Shanahan grinds into the door, transitions into that last outside zone. Here comes Shanahan. He's applying the pressure. Odie Bakchis absolutely on the edge of the track.
This guy's cool. I mean, James Dean is no coincidence. He's named after the actor and the racer, right? Here we go, Connor Shanahan, as James is a Shanahan fan right now, and he's good friends with him. He's seen him grow up. And Odie Bakchis applies the pressure. He changes back and goes that second outside zone. Shanahan dials in. Odie Bakchis, the field suspension. And there he is. He's grinding the door. Let's see the transition. How's he going to do? Shanahan goes in. Odie Bakchis right there. Odie Bakchis comes out of it a little bit. Odie drove absolutely master class. He put on a clinic, but Connor Shanahan, the Shadow, was right there. Here we go, Odie Bakchis, a must-win for him, or James Dean is your 2024 Formula Drift champion. All right, Odie Bakchis back at it like a track addict into that second outside zone. Connor Shanahan right there, takes a little bit of angle out of it. Odie Bakchis, the pride of Lithuania, now in Southern California, field suspension boss. He's right there once again like a broken record, just a surgeon. He is not a doctor, but his scalpel are his tires. Unbelievable.
A very talented Connor Shanahan. He got a win earlier this year at round 3.
Can Connor Shanahan take down Odie Bakchis and solidify it? James Dean as their 24 Formula Drift champion. Connor Shanahan goes into the outside zone. There he is once again, Odie Bakchis in the pocket. Shanahan goes that second outside zone. Odie Bakchis once again right there. Look at that left foot brake. Odie risking it for the biscuit. Banging doors. Oh, doctor. Going to that last outside zone. Here goes Odie Bakchis. Comes in on the inside. Shanahan right there on the outside. Banging doors once again. Holy cow. Are you kidding me? Here we go. Jeff Jones will lead Odie Bakchis, giving chase. Here comes Jeff Jones, the evil Nissan 370Z. Odie Bakchis in zone, kind of dives in. You saw him kind of attack Jeff Jones. Now transitioning into the second outside zone. Jeff Jones digs deep in that second outside zone. Now coming in that last outside zone. Odie Bakchis kind of taking a shallower line and now dives in on that third. And Odie Bakchis, you can see, lunging back and forth. And again, it seems that for the field suspension, S14.9 of Odie Bakchis. Here in Utah, will James Dean be a champion? Will Odie get the win? He goes across the nose of Jeff Jones. Odie Bakchis in that first outside zone. He gets right to the head of the course. Now transition to outside zone 2. A little bit of wavering here, a good angle there from Odie Bakchis. And this is what we saw from him out front. Jeff Jones back there quite a bit. Odie Bakchis puts it in. Jeff Jones puts 2 tires off. Not part of the conversation.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing I want to highlight here is the separation. That showed you that Odie had a lot of horsepower. So for him to harness those horses in the chase position, that really showed you that. Come on, bud. Come on. Odie Bakchis, James Dean leaving the start line. The
championship is up for grabs. And it's between these two gentlemen. Aurimas Bakchis, let's send it! James Dean comes in, chasing him down to that first outside zone. Now transition into the second outside zone. Aurimas Bakchis, good composure. James Dean right there, maybe giving a little bit of inch. And here comes Aurimas Bakchis in that second outside zone, transitioning into that final outside zone. James Dean, he wants it. He goes into the dirt. He drops tire. Aurimas Bakchis keeps the composure, the field suspension, keeping him rock solid. Aurimas Bakchis holding the fate, pushing it to Irwindale. It's championship here in Utah. Do we have a 2024 champion in James the Machine Dean? Or is it Aurimas Bakchis gonna put a stop to it? Again, it's championship or push. James Dean goes that first outside zone, transition outside zone 2. Aurimas Bakchis, now he makes his presence felt. Oh, look at him, angle for angle. James Dean dips a tire, 1, 2. Trunks are flapping. It's championship or push. Aurimas Bakchis gets thrown off. James Dean, massive angle. Aurimas Bakchis riding shotgun in that right-hand drive Ford Mustang. Are you kidding me? Did you breathe, Jacob?
I am now.
Woo! Yes, sir. Oh, doctor. Look at James Dean. He knows Aurimas Bakchis is right there. Championship or push. He holds the fate.
Two drivers,
If
top
Odie
of their
wins-
game, driving with perfection, head-to-head in the finals. That's what we're here for.
Here's your popcorn. Send it. Here we go. Frederick Osbo chasing down Aurimas Bakchis in that first outside zone. These are the finals here in Utah. The Type S elevated. Round 7, and the championship's coming down to Irwindale. Aurimas Bakchis, like you said, perfection. Frederick Osbo, he brings it in. He's looking tight. That last outside zone, the cars are wound up, and there it is. Aurimas Bakchis once again. I mean, I feel like it's an RC car. He is on rails. There's magnets on the track, and he's got magnets underneath his car. He's just tire manufacturing. And here it is. Let's send it for potentially the last time here in Utah. Frederick, the Norwegian Hammer Osbo, the Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra. Oh, knocks the bumper off of Aurimas Bakchis' S chassis. Freddie, he's got that special sauce. Let's see if he can pour it on the brisket Bakchis, right? Got that smoked meat into that second outside zone. Aurimas Bakchis has been perfection. He's shown a little bit of glimmer, a little bit of opportunity for Frederick Osbo. Diving in. Woo-wee!
Oh,
Wow.
another interesting one.
That chase car can leave the line a little bit early just to pace themselves. And Aurimas Bakchis got a clean start. Here they go, tip to tail. Going in on our first battle of our top 16. Aurimas Bakchis initiates. Jonathan Castro a little bit lower than Aurimas Bakchis. Aurimas Bakchis good there. You see Jonathan Castro kind of dodging back and forth. Good transition for both of them. Really smooth and fluid. You can see those Excel lights on Aurimas Bakchis' windscreen. Jonathan Castro taking a bit shallower line than Aurimas Bakchis, using all the track. And look at that, proof positive there. You see that back fender exploding, taking out that inside clip is Jonathan Castro. So overall, a good run for Aurimas Bakchis. Two Formula drifts. Jonathan Castro had 2 Formula drifts. If you ice him, that's another strike. So there's a few different ways where you get a strike, but guess what? It's all out the window because we got a clean start. Jonathan Castro initiates. That's what you're looking for. Good job. But look at Odie jump to the side of him. Now Castro looks like he's down a little bit. And Castro kind of going offline. That was a weird way of getting to that transition on that traditional start finish. And Aurimas Bakchis, you can see him, really good job mimicking, not doing too much, doing just enough as Aurimas Bakchis. With Aurimas Bakchis and Ryan Turk, keep them lights lit as it's about to get lit on track. Here we go, Aurimas Bakchis leading, Ryan Turk giving chase. Aurimas Bakchis initiates, high on the bank. Here comes Ryan Turk. Ryan Turk, good proximity, he dives in. There goes Ryan Turk chasing down. Keep the lights up as again, fire on track. Keeps going and into that second outside zone. Look at that, buried in smoke. He needs a shovel. No Rain-X, he needs Smoke-X on that windscreen. Oh boy! Wow! That is not gonna buff out. Oh boy, look at that. Another deep-barreled tire, rim, wheel. Smoked out. Make sure they're okay. That was a big hit. It was weird. I don't know if it was, it was just a again, a perfect storm. It didn't seem like it was Odie's fault. Didn't seem like it was Turk's fault. Let's make sure they're okay. Make some noise for him. Odie steps out of the car. Oof. Yeah, you can see Odie definitely feeling that one. Frustration. Yeah, Odie just frustration sets in. That was a big hit. Let's run it back. Let's see what's going on here. Make some noise for him again. Ooh, look at that front right corner. Yeah, that front right, that is smoked. And you can see Ryan Turk, he's still in the car. And we're gonna take a look at this, just make sure they're okay. Ambulance heading over. Odie's gonna inspect his vehicle. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was a really big hit. There's a lot of speed going through there. There is some separation. The more separation that you see, the harder that hit's going to end up being. But taking a look at the first part of this run, I mean, Aurimas Bakchis looks great. The car looks great. Everything is really settled and stable. And let's see when they transition to this second outside zone where this occurs. I mean, right now Turk's already fighting. We see that separation that comes out. And then as they come through, so it looks like, yeah, Ryan Turk catches the front wheel of Odie, causes him to steer right, and then that pushes him right towards the wall at full speed. Thankfully, it only, Odie was able to get the rear end back out and catch it there. And I mean, there was definitely some media guys nearby as well. Thankfully, they got out of the way. But so right here, it catches front wheel on front wheel. Odie goes out to 70 mile an hour. So. Yeah. Can watch Ryan Turk just catch the front wheel of Aurimas Bakchis right here.
Doink.
And then it pushes Odie wide.
Boom. It's crazy how much it shot Odie like to the right.
Well, all the momentum he had that would normally cause him to push around just went forward. So all that inertia, everything just went in a straight line. You can see it right there. And then that side one is what pushed out to the side. But I mean, regardless, as soon as that front wheel contact happened, it wasn't going to be good.
Judges talking to each other. Chris talking to the spotter, seeing what's